the alpha and omega of modern technology. It is what can save, strengthen, and empower civilization. It is the apocalypse, our greatest aspiration in our unbridled hubris to create intelligence. We've seen the movies, the TV shows, the other movies, the warnings from our top scientists.
It's going to be very tempting to use AI as
the other TV shows and ads from every tech company in the world. AI is everything. It's Alexa plotting behind your back. It's the fear of time-traveling robots.
I'll be back.
It's the autofill in your Google search. But for the moment, it's not about computers doing our thinking for us. It's about them helping us think bigger. It started with the abacus. Maybe we fast forward a bit. Calculator, the Mechanical Turk scam, programmable machine, neural networks, and the Turing test. And then the rise of the modern computer. The landmark achievements? First, the machines beat us at chess, then Jeopardy, and then Go. And in their spare time, they revolutionized every other industry, and even had time to date Joaquin Phoenix.
How would you touch me?
The main shift in AI today is from rule-based to data-based. Instead of following a set of orders, programs can now learn by examining huge swaths of information. We've all accepted the cookies, and that makes them...
Well, artificial intelligence largely automates things. If you're thinking of any kind of repetitive task, like filling out a form, reading a form, looking at images, trying to discover what's on the image.
There is also a capability called machine learning, where essentially you're allowing the machine to learn new things, develop new rules, try new things like a human being growing up.
Modern AI is currently focused on 4 quadrants: behavioral, spying on what we do; real-time continuous, figuring out what we want or need at any given moment; sense, being able to see and interact with the human world; and location, knowing where everything is at all times.
I see all and know all.
Yeah, it's not worrying at all.
AI is not harmful. AI will do what you tell it to do, and that's it. And the second misconception is AI is very, very, very far away from being as intelligent as it's portrayed in movies. AI models that we have today, and I promise you, AI models that we will have in the next several decades will be restricted to very specialized, very targeted applications.
Additionally, where AI is important and is useful at abstract level is to recognize patterns that are important but nobody can see by human eye.
So let's take the case of autonomous driving, right? Are you still in your lane? Are you crossing over to the other lane? Is there a car close in front of me? Should I brake or slow down? Is there a traffic sign? Does it say stop or something like that? And should the car then automatically, without your interference, stop, and so on? All of those kinds of things are computer vision, and they are deep learning or artificial intelligence.
And what's enabling this rapid shift in AI evolution are a wealth of new technologies, from faster processors, new algorithms, and simplified programming languages, and the almighty cloud.
So platforms like TensorFlow and PyTorch have certainly made a huge headway in making AI accessible. All, quote unquote, all they have to learn these days is computer programming, typically in Python.
One of the biggest transformations AI brings is in the retail sector, which means AI isn't replacing this guy. It's replacing this guy.
Figuring out where to put the goods, on the top shelf, on the second shelf, in aisle number 1 and aisle number 3. Should I promote this product? Should I lower the price midday? Do I do a special promotion in March or in April? Where do I put my advertising, online or physically? What do I show on the advertising? What words do I use to entice people to purchase?
AI is part of almost every industry, from the obvious e-commerce, telecom, and IT, to the banking and finance sector, to the automotive sector, to the healthcare and life sciences, and even manufacturing.
But even inside the existing ranges where you are saying you are setting the machines, there is a way to further optimize things, and that is where AI can be used. So really, it's almost unlimited the amount of things that you can do with AI.
AI can even have a fundamental impact on how we effectively approach climate change.
AI is capable of streamlining a lot of industrial processes to be a lot more efficient. And of course, nowadays, efficient also means less NOx, less SOx, less CO2, and so on and so forth. It can guide the very difficult balancing activity between fossil fuels, nuclear fuels, renewables, and so on, particularly because the sun doesn't always shine, the wind doesn't always blow.
AI startups alone have raised more than $50 billion in the last year, with the overall market projected to grow almost six-fold to over $300 billion by 2026. And that's not even counting all the industries directly affected by the productivity, efficiency, and insights that AI provides. And 32 countries have also initiated broad AI strategies, with more expected to follow.
AI will improve the quality of life, not only the quality of life of employees in the workplace, but of humans at home. Through the simple fact that AI will automate the activities that are repetitive, that are boring, that you don't want to do, and in the industrial setting, many activities that are actually unsafe.
These values and principles will guide us forward for developing, deploying, and using AI-based systems, very much in respect and promotion of human rights, protection of the environment, promotion of inclusion and diversity.
Artificial intelligence is more than 55 billion market today, which is poised to grow at close to 40% CAGR in the next 5 years. Now, when we look at such a big opportunity, there are different types of stakeholders who are betting on this market. For example, 60% of the opportunity is there for software vendors offering natural language processing, video analytics, machine learning applications, whereas 1/3 of the opportunity lies for hardware vendors offering servers, storage, and networking equipment. Even the services segment also has a stake of 5% in the form of integration and deployment of artificial intelligence solutions. On the other hand, healthcare, retail, and manufacturing are most lucrative industry verticals from the lens of future adoption, driven by major use cases such as payment and visual search in the case of retail, imaging and diagnostics in the case of healthcare, and predictive maintenance in the case of manufacturing.
AI is used to predict behavior, make sense of a sea of data, create video games where characters don't do this. It's not just a tool. AI can be our greatest friend. It can help us pilot flying taxis, revolutionize markets, and solve the mysteries of the cosmos. AI is.
What makes AI most awesome is that AI will save lives.
Can greatly simplify our job of discovering new things, understanding more of the science of the universe.
Just around the corner. To keep tabs on what's around the corner, subscribe below to get notified about new episodes.